North of Ordinary show, brought to you by Yukon, North of Ordinary magazine. I'm Emily Younker, your new host, and I'm very excited to be here for our Summer 2013 episode. We'll be featuring the Millennium Trail Eagle Cam, a journey into the world of municipal composting, a visit with the hot young action sports filmmakers behind Hardly Worth Watching Productions, Sports Beat, and I go on a spa date with Whitehorse Mayor Dan Curtis. But up first, I'm here at a very special event that happens annually in Whitehorse. Today we're attending the First Nation High School graduation ceremony. 2013 marks the 38th year the event has taken place, bringing together the graduates from Yukon First Nations, their families, community leaders, and guests in a spectacular ceremony involving regalia, traditions, and celebration, taking place this year at the Kwanlin Dunn Cultural Center. We visited some of the grads and organizers to learn more about their preparations.
My name is Kim Rumley and I'm the coordinator for the Yukon First Nations Graduation Society. I've been involved with First Nations graduation in the territory for 10 years, and this year actually marks the 38th anniversary of Yukon First Nations graduation in the territory. What I get really excited about with respects to First Nations grad is that watching the kids get excited and get ready for it, and it's a real motivator for the students to stay in school, graduate. And we have families that come from all over Canada actually to support their students. Grandmas and aunties and moms that have been sewing for over a year, right? Preparing the regalia for the ceremony.
My name is Cassandra Galbraith. I'm from Iqaluit Nunavut.
My name is Megan Jensen. I come from the Carcross Tagish First Nation and my Tlingit name is Guna. And I am graduating. I just think that it's amazing and remarkable that so many students have taken the time to do this artwork. I think having these activities and making them create their own regalia really helps people find themselves. I think that's what artwork enables students to do. So I strongly believe that it's very important for our people. In our culture, we put our crest at the back of our blanket and we always turn around when we're done so the audience can see what clan we are. They can learn so much of our identity just from our regalia.
This is a modern style amauti. Traditionally, mothers would throat sing while their baby's in the back, so you'd put them to sleep. It's just an easier and more effective way to calm the babies. This is pig suede. This is red fox fur, and I had originally picked out the Inukshuk and the Ulu as my traditional sign. The Inukshuk represents finding your way, independence, and the ability to stay strong. They feel really close to my heart.
So I made this blanket about 2 months ago, and the leather you see is deer hide. I did all the design work. The only thing I had help with was sewing it on the blanket and cutting them out. Same with the rabbit fur that you see all along my blanket. In our culture, when you create such beauty, that's our definition of wealth. When we create songs and when we create our art, we should be putting our life and our time into it. And that's why you sometimes may see like the metallic colors in my regalia or that slight contemporary touch. But I think it's also just putting who I am into it. It's putting Guna into it.
This grad, I think, represents our success and what we can actually achieve and still be proud to be First Nations. I'd really like to thank the Northern Cultural Expression Society. They provided all the funding for our regalia.
I think it's wonderful that we're able to have our own grad nowadays and to just be really proud, to really represent and show our strength and show that we're not lost. We really know who we are, we know where we want to go, and we're really coming together as people, and that's the most wonderful feeling in the world.
Over the last few years, Yukon Electrical Company in Whitehorse has refurbished the giant eagle's nest next to the Yukon River near the Millennium Trail. This year they've added a new twist and installed a webcam so we can all enjoy the baby eagles and parents.
My name is Laura Carlson. I'm Senior Corporate Communications Advisor for Yukon Electrical, and we are the project coordinators of the Eagle camera, the Millennium Trail Eagle camera. The Eagle camera started with, wouldn't it be great to see what was going on inside of the nest? And that idea crept up about a year ago within our office. Our company has been looking after this utility pole and the nest on top since we installed it in 2006. So for us, this was a really exciting opportunity to do something to give back to the community that we knew a lot of people would have interest in. We utilize a DVR system that works with our camera. Now here, we don't have an internet connection, but we have to do it with a wireless antenna system to a undisclosed location across the river. So it's not a simple set of circumstances to be working with, but we're managing to figure it out and make it work.
I'm Anne McLeod. I'm a wildlife biologist with EDI, Environmental Dynamics, here in Whitehorse, and I've been involved in the Eagle Project as an advisor. There's been a lot of studies done on eagles throughout their range for sure, but it's always interesting to get real insight into the local kind of behaviors and local food habits that are going on here. So the eagles have been nesting here for 8 or so years, but not continuously. Back in 2006, the nest collapsed, and that was when Yukon Electrical got involved and put up the artificial pole. Generally accepted that it is the same pair that returns every year. Eagle lifespan is usually roughly about maximum is about 30 years. The same pair could be here for maybe 25 years-ish.
What amazing parents these eagles are. I mean, we know now that they mate for life, and we've been watching them care tenderly for these eggs over the course of a month, including through 3 snowstorms and some really tremendously cold weather, and then now we're just rewarded with 3 chicks hatching.
Both the pair participates in the parenting. They're both incubating the eggs, they both feed the young. We've seen fish delivered, there's been a variety of birds and kind of small mammals, squirrel kind of sized animals being fed to the young and being eaten at the nest. The female definitely does a little more of the hands-on, if you will, at the nest, whereas the male is doing a bit more of the hunting right now. We expect that will probably change. Once the young get a bit older, the female will have to go do a bunch more hunting, just simply to keep up with the demands for food from the young. So right now the chicks are kind of a light gray and down color. On average, somewhere between 11 to 13 weeks is the amount of time that they're present in the nest before they're ready to start flying. The location of the nest, as you say, is right along a major road here, but the eagles built the nest here in the first place with the traffic being here and the road being here. So this pair seems to be okay with it. The other side of the story is that they're right along the river here, right low down, which is very typical for eagles. They tend to nest right on valley bottom, usually right adjacent to large water bodies, either a river, a lake, a wetland, and it just has to do with the amount of food in the area.
The response has been way more than we could have ever imagined. Of course, locally, lots of people here know about the eagle's nest on the Millennium Trail, but the response outside of even the country has been tremendous. To date, we've had about over 80,000 views of the camera on our website, so it's been much more than we ever anticipated.
The Yukon is fast becoming a hotbed for extreme action sports, with vibrant scenes evolving for snowboarding, snowmobiling, mountain biking, skiing, and more. A pair of young Whitehorse filmmakers are helping to bring that action to the rest of the world.
Hey, my name's Grant McWaters. I'm Alex Chan, and we're Hardly Worth Watching Productions. Hardly Worth Watching Productions films action sports such as skateboarding, skiing, snowboarding, and biking.
We got a pretty good scene of athletes here. Like, all the people that we film with are pretty talented and quite an array of different sports.
Most of our subjects that we film are our friends. They have a great passion of what they're doing and they're really good at it. What I love about the Yukon is the variety of landscape there is.
I like to showcase the Yukon quite a bit. So if we shoot in a location that's pretty epic or has like a really nice backdrop, we try and capture that. Just a big playground.
It's a gigantic playground, that's what it is.
In 2010, I think, I went to the Art Institute of Vancouver for film. It was pretty fun. I got kicked out. Now,
sorry.
Now I just film as much as I can, and hopefully one day I'll go back to film school and finish. And
right now, I am going to the Art Institute of Vancouver, the one that Grant went to, and I started last year. When we film, we try to do something different. We try to do focus pulls, different kind of movements to make it interesting and not make it just the sport itself, but have an artistic view on filming as well. Every time we film and edit, we try to push ourselves, whether it be getting more gear or putting a new style into our editing. We're always trying to push it. Recently, I got a RC helicopter with 3 propellers on it that carries a GoPro. We started using it not too long ago, but hopefully we can put more shots with that into our production.
Paolo Galena from Mount Sema asked us if we wanted to make a video to show before the Warren Miller movie that plays every year at the Art Center. So we said sure.
Finding Awesome Land was the biggest project we've ever had. It was a huge achievement because we had great response. We got feedback from around the world because we had Brett Turcotte in our video, that he played a huge role in getting a good response from more than just the Yukon. He's a professional sledder and he rides for Monster now. We got a chance to film with him when we were shooting sled porn.
We got stoked, they were stoked. I think everyone was stoked. We have a Vimeo page that we put all our videos on, and that's where you'll find most of our stuff. We want to take it to a level where we can just travel the world and film people doing what they like to do and just get better and always keep pushing it. And
wait, what was the question again?
We have with us Darius Elias. He's the MLA for Vantakwitchin and Old Crow. Darius, what does it mean for you to be here today celebrating this First Nation graduation ceremony?
Well, I think, this is such a spectacular event here on our waterfront. And as you can see, this is a very proud event because in our language in Gwich'in, it's called Nichikonaltian. It means to move forward, to look forward, and to keep moving forward. And that's what I see here today. And I'm so proud because if we all work together and push in the same direction, there's nothing we cannot accomplish in our country.
Have you ever wondered what happens to the banana peels and the apple cores that you put in your little green compost bin and roll out to the curb? Well, we took a visit to the biological wonderland that is the city compost facility to learn more.
Hi, I'm Garrett Gillespie and I'm the owner of Boreal Compost Enterprises. I grew up in Ireland on a farm. I bought my first tractor when I was 12 years old and restored that. I've got a master's degree in agricultural engineering, specialized in soil conservation, and I've got a higher diploma in agricultural engineering too. In 2009 was the year that the city started the composting program, and so there was a big increase in the amount of material coming in here. I just saw that they needed help because it's very difficult to compost municipal food waste. Mother Nature does everything. We're just like farmers here basically. All we're doing is feeding and watering the livestock, and the livestock are those organisms and they live in those piles, and so we work those piles to maximize the life of that livestock basically, and their productivity is the compost. And so what we do is we start to build these big windrows, these individual rows. As it comes in, we break it apart and mix in carbon to it. And the carbon comes in the form of wood chips and waste paper products. What happens then is the microbes that are in there suddenly explode and begin to exploit this new ecosystem basically that's growing or developing in this material as it comes in. During this 8 weeks it stays between 65 and 70 degrees Celsius, generally speaking. We then gather up these windrows and haul them over to the next phase of the operation, which is cold cooling, and then the tertiary phase, which is the curing. This is our what we call the windrow yard, and this is where we bring the material that's finished going through the heating phase, which we then use a device called a windrow turner to turn and aerate and chop up these windrows. It eventually cools down to ambient air temperature, and that process takes about 10 months. So we remove all the the plastic and other debris. We screen that out over in the screening area. The windrow turner does pick up plastic on it, especially garden hoses, electrical wires. Underwear elastic is a big one. That thing really accumulates underwear elastic. It gets wound around the ends of the shaft on it and squeezes through the bearings, and so you get melted underwear elastic. Goes on fire sometimes. The most common device used for screening compost is a trommel screen. So the material is put into the hopper using a loader. The hopper feeds it into this rotating drum with a screen on it. We have been certified as approved for use in organic agriculture. So we have compost available in bulk and bags here at the compost facility, and you can get bags at Canadian Tire and the greenhouse at Cliffside. So this is the reason that I got involved with composting here in Whitehorse in the first place, is to get this. This is one of the most important things that we can do for our soil here in Whitehorse, is to add compost to it, because our soils lack organic matter naturally. And so one of the best ways to improve our soils here is to add compost. And so this is very, very good quality compost that people can use in their gardens, and it's going to really help them grow much better vegetables and flowers.
And yes, sports fans, our hard-nosed sports reporters are back at it again in a little segment we like to call Sports Beat.
Brock McLean here with Pat Jablonski at FH Collins Lower Field for another exciting edition of Sports.
We're here to check out the 2013 version of Whitehorse's U8 soccer athletes.
U8 is a critical age in the development of soccer athletes. It's time to sink or swim, stand up or sit down, eat in, or just get yourself some takeout.
And today we're going to meet the athletes that have taken their game to the next level.
What's the hardest thing about being a soccer player?
Scoring goals. Aiming at the net so you can score.
Why do you play soccer? Why not hang gliding? Why not skydiving? Why not bungee jumping?
Well, I like soccer because it's a lot of exercise and it helps you learn to do some skills and stuff.
How does the snack help you guys be better soccer players?
It gives you energy.
What's your favorite soccer snack?
Oranges.
What's your favorite snack?
Rice Krispie squares with water.
What do we got to do to get a popsicle around here? Seeing as I'm not 8 years old, how do you open this thing up? Help a brother out. Come on, give me the popsicle. Kid. Hey, popsicle, where are you going with that popsicle? Give me the popsicle or I call the cops. Kids on the green team over there are eating the real fruit popsicles, and I see you've given your team sort of like the sugar water variety. Please explain your choice.
They need energy.
Which do you guys like, fruit or sugar?
Sugar!
Sugar is better than fruit, proven by soccer mothers. Give them the purple tongue.
Do you have a victory dance? When you score a goal, what do you do?
Yay! I win! I win! I win! Oh, yeah!
Has your coach taught you how to fake injuries?
No.
Do you guys know how to fake injuries in soccer? They just bump. Ah! Ah! Bump. Ah! That's it.
What goes into being the head coach of the whole program?
Oh, it's a lot of hard work. I have to work long hours.
How often do the players go on strike?
It depends how much money they want. Usually we just bribe them with slushies and stuff like that. That's usually enough.
Is attention span a problem in the U8 soccer division? Please explain.
Attention span is not a factor. Not only is it not required, it's actively discouraged.
Did you guys win your game today?
Yeah.
What did you guys do to ensure victory?
We sort of spread it out.
Is that important to spread it out in soccer? Did you fake any injuries?
No.
Why didn't you fake any injuries? That's the key to success in soccer.
I forgot.
Did you have a victory celebration when you won the game? And what did it look like?
Yep.
There you go. Yep. Yep. Wait. Yep. Yep. Hooray. Yeah. No. Wait.
Sports Speed rules.
Well, it was another exciting day of meeting some of Whitehorse's finest athletes.
With U8 soccer, we learned that success will follow if you work as a team and if you pass.
If you fake an injury, you'll probably get the call and the win.
And the favorite snack is a Rice Krispie square mixed with a popsicle and rolled around in the grass for a little bit of extra fiber.
Real good for the constitution.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Until next time, I'm Brock McLean.
And I'm Pat Jablonski.
You've been watching Sports Beat. Jablonski McLean.
Have you ever seen a man get a manicure? Have you ever seen your mayor get a manicure? Spa date! Hi, here we are today at Element Spa in Whitehorse with owner Amanda, and I'm going to have a spa date with Mayor Dan Curtis. What better thing to talk about at the spa than, we'll start with maybe marriage.
I never really believed in marriage until I met my wife.
And how long have you been together now?
24 years. A lot of people, they get married too quick. I think trust is absolutely the biggest thing. It really, really is. Because everything is going to fade. The looks and your age and everything. In my case, my hair.
You're a parent?
I am. We have 2 teenagers.
Whoa.
Nothing stays the same after you have
Sure.
children. So it's a big one.
Yeah. What's the toughest thing about being a parent?
It's a lot of work. But man, it's a lot of fun.
And 2 teenagers.
That's not a lot of fun.
So maybe one bit of advice for me starting off.
Don't get too hung up on the finances. Don't think that you guys are going to have to own your house and have great jobs and great careers, because you're always going to get by. And to be perfectly honest, I'm 47. You know, my oldest is going to be 16 next month, and I'm still scared. So
Yeah.
it doesn't end. It's
Yeah.
just part of the adventure.
There's never the perfect time, right?
It's never the perfect time. I was scared half to death. I couldn't support myself, I thought, let alone supporting a family.
What about work-life balance? How do you stay in shape? How do you keep yourself happy?
You know, before I got into office, I used to run a lot, and you know, I did 10 marathons, and
Well, 10 marathons is pretty impressive.
Well, thanks. Yeah, but mine just, obviously it's been a while since I've done one, but it's really important to have that, because I think it's a real stress reliever as well. But balance, it's a really big one, and it's really, really important for your family, you know, for you. It gives you a sense of having your own time as well.
Let's do a little rapid fire question for you now on summer fashion. Thoughts on socks and sandals?
Guilty.
Guilty.
I know if I can't do it if even my boys are home, they'll freak out. But I do it. Flip-flops, sandals, I can do it all, man. I got black socks, white socks, no problem at all.
In City Hall, acceptable or not? T-shirt.
Absolutely. Why
Shorts.
not? You bet.
Flip-flops?
Only with socks.
Ball cap.
I gotta draw the line.
You gotta draw the line. Okay, we reached the end of this.
We can't do it.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Curtis. It's been great chatting with you today.
Well, thank you.
I hope you got a little bit of relaxation out of your day today
Oh,
with
it's been
Amanda.
wonderful. And this is my first time, so I know it's not gonna be my last. And you know, I'm really happy for you guys, and I hope you have a really long, rewarding marriage, and hope it lasts at least as long as mine has so far.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the North of Ordinary Show, brought to you by Yukon, North of Ordinary magazine. If you have comments or suggestions or feedback for our show, we would love to hear from you. Until then, enjoy your summer, and I'm Emily Younker.
Are you a hippie?
Far out, man.
We have really good trees.
We have really beautiful trees.
You have to edit that out too.
Yeah!
You